In my house, there's a picture on the wall. I've been sitting on the scroll. In my crib, there's a picture on the wall. The prophet sits up on the scroll. In my rest, there's a picture on the wall. The prophet sits up on the scroll. Oh, you smarter than the founder, huh? I then demonstrate. Guilty and our Lord had to congregate to further the debate, to see if Noble Drew Ali is who we say it is. But let's check the record of the biz. Stepped upon the scene in 1925 in Chicago, all by himself. In less than 4 years, multiplied his wealth and economic infrastructure. Gave lawless Asiatics some structure. Taught young Moorish men to preserve their structure.
That's all I'm doing.
Scripture and a prayer custom. Standing reverently upright. A lot of sheets are uptight and they're tightly bound. They got the scent.
I'm a little under the weather, but we gonna get it right.
This rapid disrespect of our God, we can't let walk on by. And you come with all that innovation. Hooked up with conceit in your demonstration. The feds is black for this execution.
Fix my house up. Y'all ready?
In my house, there's a picture on the wall, and all the pockets sit up on this throne.
We get ready, family. We get ready.
In my crib, there's a picture on the wall, the pockets sit up on this throne.
Come on in. Come on in.
In my rest, there's a picture on the wall, and the pockets sit up on this throne. In my gaze,
come on in. Come on in. Come on in. That's right. I caught you slipping. You were sitting there with your slippers on. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in. I caught you slipping. Come on in, young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh, we caught him slipping too. Come on in. I'm waiting for y'all. Come on in. I like that, Saadi. I like that. That's right. Because they be acting like they don't want to come on in. That's right, Saadi. All right. All right. All right. Come on in. I'm cleaning house too. Come on in. That's right. Come on in. What up, fam? Everybody share this for me. I'm a little bit under the weather, but we're going to get it done. Let's see what I got here.
there's a picture on the wall, the pockets sit up on this throne. My crib, there's a picture on the wall, the prophet sits up on this throne. In my rest, there's a picture on the wall, the prophet sits up on this throne.
All right, here we go. We're about to get started, fam. Yeah. We're about to get started. What's up, cheat code? I got your info. I got it, brother. I got it, brother. I'm just a little bit busy, but I'm gonna reach out to you. Shout out to cheat code. Cheat code TM. I got your info, brother. I seen it. I was going to hit you today, brother. I got a little bit busy. I do a lot of work on the ground, but I got you. We in the same city. We gonna connect and we gonna get this conversation going. Shout out to my brother G Sharp Bay Woods L. Always a pleasure, family. I want y'all to come on in. I'm a little bit under the weather, right? So I'm gonna try not to be so hyped because you know when you're under the weather, You know, the nose getting a little bit stuffy, and I gotta get this weather. I gotta get this demonstration out. Shout out to Faulkner L and our third eye wisdom. Tell him come on in for me, brother. Tell him come on in for me. So let me wait a few more minutes. And let me just get a few more people up in here, and we're gonna get started. Everybody, thumbs up for me, family. Thumbs up for me. So everybody can get a taste of what this is really about. Let's go. Meet me halfway. That's my joint.
I wanna be your friend.
Peace and love.
Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said,
can I get some thumbs up?
More like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again.
Me.
Be your friend.
Me.
Let me be
that's a hard opinion. Me. Hey yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Yo, I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet him. I'm all about justice. That's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me wanna forget the lessons.
I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish passion. All things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail, another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it comes to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can be scholarly, or we can get gutted. We are the children of our father, and the rest of our mother has nursed us all. And first of all, we beefing while the fiend trying to murder us all. You need to chill, my brother, and tell the elder the same. Cause on the real, my man, I'm really about them things. I can take the feds off and get back in the low and return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. I want love, not war. Standing on that floor, then I'm holding the square. The compass and the axe that might be too deep. Yo, let's not get off track. See, our prophet was an adapt. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian adapt is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master. I train you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you. And those that's talking that this ain't Islam, everything the prophet brought is in the Quran. All the other stuff, prostrate and cover up is just the start. And there's space to me, the law is the heart. You can dress like Imhotep, but you can dress like an herb. Why the Moorish American Muslim unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. York, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You don't appreciate that. You won't appreciate me. Appreciate the holy and divine Drew Ali. People refuse to admit it. He the first that ever did it. Europeans hope that the Moors would forget it, but we here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell, with a story to tell. So pay attention and listen and consider the facts. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess a Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Cause if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love. No, I'm not there yet. So what we saying, I'ma work with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Cause on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We got an Asiatic president, men murdering men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious, they choke your fuck. Move straight to Hollywood and straight living it up. And y'all picking it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help you set it off in the beginning. Be careful what you put in your soul, cause it could blind you. Unfortunately, some people get paid to misguide you, misguide you. Oh yeah, I wanna be your friend. Peace and love, let me be your friend. Peace and love, I said you ain't never, and you will never. You ain't never, ever, ever. You ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love, so let me be your friend. Peace and love, oh yeah, you ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna meet one again. So let me be your friend. Peace and love, so let me be your friend. Peace and love, I wanna be your friend. Yeah.
I'm almost ready.
Let me be your
Let me get one more. Let me get one more in. Let me get one more.
So let me be your, I wanna be your friend. Hey.
I'm a little bit under the weather, but let me get one more in. Let me get one of my joints. Cause my man, shout out to Joey Al Cooler. He said, I pray to Allah, but I still tie my camel. Let's play that one and let's get it started. Here we go. Come on, right, Saadi. You ain't in this no more, brother. You ain't in this no more. We a new generation of Moors. Let's go. Down no more. They just slow-mo. Everybody share the link. Everybody thumbs up. Let's go. Because they don't know. Shout out to Ishmael Bey. Yeah. I'm almost there. Come on, man. Let me get 65 people here so they know what not to do.
Coming at these Moors, and it's very simple. Why I be coming at these Moors? Because I don't consider these functional Moorish American Muslims as it relates to the teachings of the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish side of America.
Got some lanes from across the border, you and your daughters. I mean your little followers, you all out of order. I ain't taking nada, nothing from you crooks. Cujo, Taj, Sabir, I got them all shook. I wish Cujo would step up to get his rep up. They hit up from the neck up, people respect us. Our elder once told me, meet the people where they at. And you know what they know.
Here we go.
You know you meet the tech. Let's keep it simple, more. I'm a temple more. Either you want to talk knowledge or you want to go to war. Cujo, I will drag you by your dreads. You beg.
Detach your arm, leg, arm, head. Boy.
You know what? These problems, I know them.
That's right.
The policy of
better believe
the same one you go tell. Now go call them little names. Get on YouTube and say them little games. Talk tough like you about that. And I'ma forget how far I came. I never forgot my aim. I never forgot my ammo.
That boy mean.
Let's talk about
there we go. There we go, Jack.
Matter of fact, forget it, boy. Don't make me laugh. Down no more. They just slow mo. They don't know more.
Let's start it off.
They just slow mo. They gon' learn the game, but they gon' learn the
Y'all
game.
ready?
But they gon' learn the game.
Let's start it
So
off.
now what you gotta say, huh?
What we got here?
The rules,
Show it
I'm a
that.
sheep
Slow
in
down.
a mouth.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Boy,
The building in the building. Shout out to my grand sheik, to my brother, to my friend, to the assistant grand sheik. I can die.
So I'm aiming at your heart.
I'm on the 720. I'm on the 12 stepper at the pinnacle of wisdom. So miss me with the threats, mean mugging and cussing, boy. It don't mean nothing. Not going out like Malcolm. I'm going out busting. But I prefer discussion. Authentic boy signs. Taj Tariq Bey.
You know we straight.
Come on, right side.
Associating scam with the holy.
Yeah, let's cut it. Let's cut it.
Loss is mine, but I'm just the same blind, and it's about to catch you
At any given moment. You looking at the throne, Saadi. Can't you see I'm on it, huh? Can't you see I'm on it? You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? Can't you see I'm on it? You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? Can't you see I'm on it? You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? 6 million ways to die. Choose one.
You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see
Yeah,
I'm on it?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Can't you see
yeah,
I'm on it?
yeah.
You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? 6 million years to die. Choose one. Taj Tariq got y'all thinking.
Islam, family. Let's get it started. Peace and love to the family. That's right. That's right. The Salt of the West in the building. That's right, family. Listen, I'm a little bit under the weather. Like, check this out. This is what had happened was. This is what had happened. Man, sister, listen. It was hot. It got hot, right? And I turned the AC on. I don't know what's up with this AC. It was a window unit. And, you know, I got central air. But, you know, upstairs it get a little bit warmer than downstairs. So I throws the window unit in. I think I threw it in too early. So I came down with feel like a little slight cold or feel like allergies. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to do like a brother once said on the show. I don't care if the flood happened. I don't care what happened. I was going to do this show. Shout out to my good brother at the bottom of the map. I ain't going to say no name. But the brother said, I don't care what happened. I'm going to do this show. So anyway, first and foremost, I rise. I give praise to the great God of the universe of law. I give honor to his noble, illustrious prophet Noble Drew Ali. I give honor to brother Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I also give honor to my brother and friend, the Supreme Grand Sheikh, D. Baliel. I give honor to all of the leaders of the Moorish Science Temple of America that's doing the best that they can do. And now let me tell you, family, this show here is really about, like, we're going to have a talk, right? Because I can't get all pumped up now. I mean, hey, I ain't going to get pumped up. I'm a little under the weather. But listen, this show is really about, right? This is what it's really about. This show is not about, this presentation is not about attacking. This is what I try to tell people. Please listen to me and listen to me close. Somebody asked me on my Facebook post, well, what about all these other Moors? What about this group? What about that group? What about this group? Family, I am not in the business. I'm not in the business of attacking Moors or Moorish Americans. The thing is this, my voice is a little bit louder. This platform is a little bit bigger. I'm a little bit animated. So when I respond, it seems like an attack. This is not an attack. It only seems like an attack because I'm a little bit more animated. I'm a little bit more punctual. I'm a little bit more direct. I'm a little bit more loud. But it's only a response. Even this video, this presentation is a response. Maybe you are not aware of how it occurred, but trust me, I don't go around planning to find who's not doing what they're supposed to do and planning a way to attack them. I don't do that. That's not the business I'm in. And I want everybody to know that. I'm not into that. Even when you look at, when I start talking about the Taj Tariqites and all of that, but trust me on this one, that started on that side. When I started talking, addressing Cannon Bay, that started on that side. I can show and prove the origin of all of this stuff. I've never jumped out the window and just come at anybody. It's always been a response. Now, and this response come from maybe since 2016. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up. I want to show y'all because I got to show and prove that this is not an attack on, this is not an attack. This is actually a response. You know, it's definitely a response. Absolutely. So again, this what I wanted to share with you. From the time that I encountered this brother by the name of Saadi, the time that I encountered him, it was all about him showing this machismo, this tough guy image, and addressing whomever, whenever, wherever. I even heard some stories that, which I don't know how true they are, but I even heard some stories that he tried to be the big bad wolf or the bully, like on the block. He even will pull out the thing that go bang, bang, all of that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? When, you know what I mean? He teaching Moorish science, somebody don't agree with him. He want to pull out the thing, go bang, bang, like they only make one. But I'm just saying, I mean, he's an elder now, you know, but it seems like it's still on the same madness. He's still on the same madness. So let me show you how I met the brother. Now, I come on the scene of social media as it relates to the Moorish Science Temple of America in 2016. And as y'all know, I was doing the videos and addressing Sinetta and whatever. And this is, and I'm going to show you, this was the first post. This is the first post that the brother put on my page. I never met the brother, never seen the brother a day in my life. And this was the first post he put on my page. Didn't know who he was. I had to ask around. As you can see, this is from September the 18th, 2016. I think I started Moorish World in March of that year. Because I think that was the year that Brother Sharif had went to New York and mopped the floor with Brother Reggie. Anyway, this is what it says. When he came to my Facebook page, I don't like to do stuff on Facebook. So here we go. I did not address him on Facebook. I went to the messenger and I said, Islam Muslim, Please don't cause any confusion on my page. Take up your issues with those you have them with. We are for peace, not destruction. Praise the Lord, Shaykh. All due respect. That was the first time I ever made. Now, let me explain to you what he said on my page. He came to my page and said, for whatever reason, I don't know what inspired him. He came to my page and said, "You are following a homosexual." I said, "What? When this happened? I ain't know nothing about this." So he said, and he didn't just say homosexual. I mean, he just didn't say homosexual. He said faggot. Excuse my language. I mean, so I'm like, man, what I do? I don't even know this guy. I don't even know this guy. And this is how the guy come to my page. So when you read the thing, we're about to get into it, but when you read the thing, right, this is what he says. I don't know this guy at this point. You know what I mean? He's like a random guy. And to me, I don't know this guy. I heard of him, but I didn't know that was him. I mean, I don't know him. He said, Islam, wow. If you are not for truth, then you should stop referring to yourself as a Moorish American Muslim. Again, at this point, I don't know this guy. As our holy and divine prophet Ali said, preserve his holy laws and not try to hide from them. Truth telling is not an issue. What are you talking about? I don't know you. Thus, to protect this Moorish nation, we must speak out everywhere we see evil, trying to hold up affairs in a turban or kufis on his head and calling himself Moorish American, especially when they claim to be supreme this and that. To tell the truth, we refuse that whatever. So, if that's his standard, that's the standard we are going to use. To protect this Moorish nation, we must speak out everywhere. Like I said, I ain't going after everybody. Where we see evil, trying to uphold the fans and turban kufis is everywhere we see evil. Okay? Now, family, if that's the standard that he wants to use, don't nobody call me doing some division. No, don't talk about that. Because this brother came at me, and not only that, I'm gonna show you some more. Even up until today, the brother still came sideways. But anyway, enough with that. This is the drama moment. So this show here is a little bit about indiscretions and pretty much drama. So this is the drama moment. This is as the Moorish world turns. Tonight, this show is as the Moorish world turns. Now, the last time I'm going to tell you, another reason that I'm doing this is because I don't want anybody to think that Saadi, his ministers, or MSTA1928 is a viable source for the information as taught by our prophet Noble Drew Ali. Because if the leader ain't living right, if the leader ain't right, they need to know that it's not a viable source. Do not let your children go there. Do not let your cousins go there. Do not let nobody go there. You feel me? So here we go. Let's get it started. Now, this is a presentation, and we're going to go through it. Like I said, this is different from the last one, but I'm going to do a recap. I got to do a recap, a little bit of recap from the last one. Now, one thing I need to do, I got to establish that this is the loudmouth professor, Brother Saadi L. And this is all about you, my brother. You are the star of the show tonight. So as we go into this presentation, let's get busy. Okay, so that was the first time I encountered the brother. So here we go right here. I'm going to clarify and reiterate one more time that this brother is not a supreme grand sheikh. Now, this letter right here that you're looking at is from 1995. You know what I mean? And as you see, I got it highlighted. I got it highlighted in yellow. And it says, at this time, we can clarify your desire to remain with this body or continue or continue on your own as you were several years ago. This is going to make very much sense in a minute, because he's claiming to be an official Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm saying that according to his standard that he sets, he's wrong. He can't be, not according to his standards. Now, let's deal with his standards. His standards is this. First, he says that, I want y'all to listen to me, family. First, he says that, hold on. Let me cut this down real quick. Let me cut this down because I need to make sure I get this right because I'm working double duty. Now, you know what I mean? He cannot be according to this standard. So listen, if we look at this on the left-hand side, we'll see that this is his lineage. He says the first Supreme Grand Sheikh is Emeliel. The second is Moorish El. The third is P. Davis El. The fourth is Walid Bey. The fifth is himself, Saadi. Now, let's just deal with, real quick, let's just deal with these dates right here. First of all, when we look at what you're going to see right here, right? Check this out. We look at his dates. Pay attention to the highlights. From Moorish El to P. Davis El, Moorish El was appointed in 1992. I mean, P. Davis El was appointed in 1992. Now, remember, we're using his standards. Okay, what is his standard? Anyone who claims to be a Moorish American must be able to trace themselves through a lineage of present national Grand Sheikh and Temple. Presently, we have placed before you a list of legal, legitimate. Okay, this is the standard. Again, let me put this down because y'all need to see all this later. Again, Shaykh Saadi is the fifth Supreme Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America, representing the original Supreme Grand Body. The original Supreme Grand Body established in 1928 by the Prophet Drew Ali as the juror-in-law with the satellite headquarters. Okay, now let's look at it again. Now, let me move this out of my way. P. Davis El, right? He becomes Grand Sheikh in 92. Yet, you're looking at from 1936 to 92. What is this man talking about? What is this man talking about? He said a lineage, a line, right? So from 36 to 92, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay, I hope y'all get the point here. Because even from P. Davis El from 1997 to Sheikh Walid Bey, he ain't go man to 2003. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How can you characterize yourself as a Supreme Grand Sheikh according to your standards, not my standards? Remember, your standards is the fifth Supreme Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America, representing the original Grand Body established in 1928. How can that be so? You're welcome to come in and answer these questions. You're welcome to answer these questions. All right? All right. So let's move on. So we're going to establish, let's see what this brother was trying to do. So the brother, when he tried to be friends with me and I tried to be cool with him, this brother always used to ask me about a picture of Moorish El. Islam, this is April this year. Islam, as our sister has been waiting your call. He said I was begging him to get on the show. He said I was, okay, somebody say explain this. Okay, look. So we got this guy here that real quick, I'm going to give you a quick backdrop. We got this guy here that runs around the internet claiming to be the Supreme Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He puts down brother R. Jones Bay, the Grand Sheik and moderator of the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated. He calls Belial a homosexual out blatantly. He claims to be a spiritual leader. He also puts down Braswell Bay and anybody else who steps up to the front and try to do the uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple of America, because he wants to be the sole exclusive one that represents the teaching of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Yet within this show, we're going to show that his character and his lies do not make the cut to be a representative of the Moorish Science Temple of America. His name is Saadi L, or Ra Saadi L. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want anybody thinking that this is a reliable source or a viable source to learn the teachings of our holy and divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali. This brother is not the one to go to learn from, nor is his ministers. Why? I will show you in a few. So that's a recap. So now where I'm at now is I'm showing that he's lied blatantly, or not lied yet. I'll show you the lie in a minute. He's saying that in order to be a Supreme Grand Sheik, he's saying that, and I'm only using his standard. He's saying that anyone who claims to be a Moorish American must be able to trace themselves through a lineage of that national Grand Sheik and temple. Presently, we have placed before you a list of legal, legitimate, recognized Moorish Science Temple of America, along with a brief historical overview. Shaykh Ras Saadi El is the present 5th Supreme Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America, representing the original Supreme Grand Body. He's saying he represents the original Grand Body. So Supreme Grand Body or whatever. But so that means that he has a direct connection back to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Let me stop this for a minute. Let me get everybody on task real quick. He's saying that, okay, from him, as if this is what he's saying. From the presidency of the United States, we have today, what is his name? Donald Trump. Now, when you look at Donald Trump, right, you can trace we can trace Donald Trump, that the last one who was before him, and then the one was before him, and then the one was before him, all the way back to George Washington. So this brother is saying that he's this guy of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm saying that first, let me establish that this guy is a fraud, first and foremost. According to his testimony, he's a fraud. I'm not making these accusations. I'm using his own words. Presently, Shaykh Ras Saadi El is one of representing the original Grand Body. So he's saying that he has been passed down. So here we go. So when you look at this, you see that he has right here a missing picture of the brother Morris L. So if in fact, if the brother P. Davis L is actually the Grand Sheik of 1992, he had to be appointed in Morris L come in 1936. So the question becomes now, and I'm confusing myself now. The question becomes now, if the first Supreme Grand Sheik was Emeliel, the second Supreme Grand Sheik was Morris L, when was P. Davis L appointed? According to him, mind you, family, I do not subscribe to these type of nonsense teachings. I do not subscribe to them. But according to him, he's saying it must be direct. So it doesn't match up, because Morris L was out of office in 36. P. Davis L gets into office in 1992 to 97. And then there's a break again, and now Sheikh Waleed is in office. Who appoints Sheikh Waleed? He said he was appointed. We need to know who appointed him. Who appointed P. Davis L? Who appointed Sheikh Waleed? And he's saying Sheikh Waleed appointed him. Now listen, only two numbers match in this. Only two numbers match. That's when he tried to say Waleed appointed him from 2010. He was appointed in 2010. That's what he's saying. But then Emmanuel and Morris L. Those are the only two numbers matching this. But let's stay off that for 1 second. So my point is this, is that Morris L. must have appointed P. Davis L. He had to, because that's what he claiming. Okay, forget it. Let's keep it moving. So Morris L. had to appoint P. Davis L. But now look, P. Davis L. undoubtedly had to appoint Waleed L. But he was out of office in 1997, and Waleed get into office in 2003. He's making this stuff up as he go along, and people believe it. So we just want to disqualify that his Supreme Grand Sheikdom is a rap. His Supreme Grand Sheikdom is made up according to his standards. According to his standards, he was asleep at the pen and think nobody was going to call him on it. See, he's sleeping. He's sleeping. He thought nobody was going to call him on it. But I'm going to call him on it. He done barked up the wrong tree. I'm not them Moors that you used to walk up on, brother. We're going to see who you are. But now, this is my brother Braswell Bay line. Now, as you can see in the line of Braswell Bay, he has brother Emmanuel, 1928 to 34. Right? So let's look on this side. Emmanuel, 1928 to 34. Brother Morris L., 1934 to October 35. Brother Morris L. over here, 1934 to 36. Uh-oh. 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 In my SETI voice. Then we get over here, brother E. Walton Bay, October 35 to August 36. He skips all of that. He jumps straight to P. Davis L. But let's go down here. We got Harlem Bay, we got Lewis L, we got Bailey L, we got P. Davis L. 92. What makes him skip? I don't know. That's a question. And then on this one here, he has Braswell Bay as 97 to the present, which according to Braswell Bay and the Moors that is under the sound of his voice, that's a correct genealogy. Now, but what that does is that gives discrepancy to this here. But he also endorses Braswell Bay on his page, but he slanders them at the same time. So I'm confused there. So let's move on. So now I'm going to move on from that. I just clarified and verified that he's not a Supreme Grand Sheikh according to his own set of rules. But now let's look at this. This is what the brother texts me in the back chat of Messenger. He says that, wow, can you please post up their names and please present the years in the firm of at least post up a program showing what you actually refer. I don't know what this is as being Supreme Grand Sheiks from 1936. Oh, I know what this is. Hold on. From 1936. Please, as you record clearly, show that there is no actual record Supreme Grand Sheik holder of such entitlement. And as we set with Sister Millie L, he meant to say, 1979, she said that there was no Supreme Grand Sheik after her husband, Emmanuel. That's his writing. That's not mine. And she told us this when we referred to Debunking as being the Supreme Grand Sheik. Now, forget referring to Belial as the Supreme Grand Sheik. She told him. That's his own words. And again, let's return. This is a recap. As I told you, the brother had this brother here talks about brothers like R. Jones Bay, brothers like A. Hopkins Bay, and anybody. He just goes at them. But let me show you something. The amazing part is why he's talking about them. He actually has their charter bootleg. This on the left side is Temple And this is just a snapshot picture. It's temple number 11 chart. This is a snapshot picture. I hope it ain't in disrespect. I just need to show comparison. And this is his charter. As you can see that there's whiteout on the ink. You see, he has a Moorish Science Temple of America ink charter, and it white out where it said Moorish Science Temple of America ink. Matter of fact, I'm going to do you even better. I'm going to circle it for you so you can see it. Let me circle it for you so you can see it, family. Let me circle it for you so you can see it. I'm going to come back with it so you can see it. Let me circle it for you. Yeah, let me circle it for you. Okay. I'm going to bring it back for you so you can see it. Okay, give me 1 second. I want you to see. I want you to see how corrupt this demonstration is. You know what I mean? If you don't see it, you're gonna see it now. Let me block this out, delete that, and let me show you. See that? Let me show you how corrupt this guy is. He talks about my brother Azim Hopkins Bey. He talks about R. Jones Bey. But he's sitting up there walking around with a duplicate charter with whiteout on it. With whiteout on it. You follow me? But he calling somebody dirty? He calling somebody what? That's a duplicate charter. It's a copy. Family, I'm the wrong one to mess with. Let me take a sip. Let me clear my throat. Shout out to Temple number 11. Yeah. Let me clear my throat real quick. Can I get a thumbs up real quick? Because we about to get into it now. We already addressed that last week. We about to get into it now. I told you this the dirty side. Y'all ready? Let me get some thumbs up real quick before I get to the dirty side. This is Moorish world. This is as the Moorish world turns. Huh? I mean, some thumbs up. This is as the Moorish world turns. Let's go. We about to get busy now. Now we're going to get into the meat. And I'm trying to be a vegetarian. But now we're going to get the meat. If it's beef, let's let it cook. I like that saying. If it's beef, let's let it cook. Hit that like button. That's right. If it's beef, let's let it cook. Hey, that's what the young guys say these days. You know what I mean? I'm a little older, right? But I like that saying. If it's beef, let's let it cook. Right, Saadi, I'm not the one, buddy. All right, we're going to let it cook. Here we go. I don't even know what the next slide is, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. We're going to give it to you anyway. I got a couple of them, so stand by. Okay. So this is when I went to Washington, D.C., me and my brother Ishmael Bey. Matter of fact, when I went to me and my brother Ishmael Bey went to D.C. Matter of fact, let me stop this because I want to get a picture for effectiveness. Let me go and grab me a picture of me and my brother Ishmael Bey real quick. Stand by. I want to show you what me and my brother Ishmael Bey, where we were at. Now I'm gonna show you. Matter of fact, I want to do a standby, family. This is the drama hour. We in the drama hour, all right? Stand by. We in the drama hour now. Y'all with me? Now I want to show you. With me and my brother, we hung out in D.C. and we did some beautiful things in D.C. that day. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. And I want to show you how crazy this demonstration. This brother, just jumped out, just totally went out the window with this one. I mean, that moment song, jumping out the window with this one. That's what he did. Totally jumped out the window with it. If I can find it real quick. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me go to my videos because y'all need to see this. And I want y'all to see. I really want y'all to see because it makes a difference when you're able to actually see what I'm talking about. So let me go and get it real quick. Debunking Bay in Washington, D.C. And I want to show y'all this. I hope I ain't taking too much of your time up, but I definitely want to show y'all this. I hope I ain't taking too much of your time. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go, family. I think this is it right here. No, this ain't it. Anyway, I'm going to just get a picture because it's taking too long. And I don't want to hold y'all up. But anyway, let me just grab a picture of me and my brother Ishmael Bey real quick. But I want to. Oh, here we go. 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 We everywhere. They never there. So here we go, fam. Let me show it to you
for a minute, so I'm gonna go live real quick. So family, bring like Saadi said, come on in, come on in.
So here you go.
We in DC, family. Let me show y'all what's going on here.
Afraid of the rise of black people, angry at the existence of black people. Donald Trump and his Confederate white, green, racist followers.
See, I stop right there. That's all you need to know, right?
Of a black country.
So what happened is, right?
In fear of a black
when we went to DC, right? When we went to DC, I actually had the privilege. I actually had the privilege to get on the stage and represent the Moorish Science Temple of America, and that was the actual video I was looking for. I was actually looking for that video because it was a very nice demonstration. And I wish I could find it and share it with you. But bottom line is, we had a beautiful time that day. We had a beautiful time that day. And the sad part about it is that this brother came and attacked. And I never even told Brother Ishmael Bey this. Let me see. Debunking Bay. I want to show y'all a picture. Ishmael. I never even told Ishmael Bey this until recently because I didn't feel that I had to. I didn't feel as though that I had to even represent that ignorance to my brother because what we did was a beautiful thing, and that was good enough for me. But let me see if I can. Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I'm about to show y'all real quick. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Stand by, family. Stand by. So here go Ishmael Bey. Right here. And this makes for a good point right now. Hold up.
All of Africa is not claimed by anyone, and Africa is suffering. Who else has more of a right to a land and territory in Africa than us, the sons and daughters of Africa?
So that's Ishmael Bey.
White people try to come and claim the area. They come and plant a flag and say that it's mine. You have this little Hindu guy come up and try to do the same.
That's Ishmael Bey.
We have a vested interest in this. Further ado, so Chief, you would bleed out. Is that right?
So here we go.
This gaping hole of Africa is not
Ishmael Bey.
and Africa is suffering. Who else has more of a right to a land and territory in Africa than us, the sons and daughters of Africa? You've had white people try to come and claim the area. They come and plant a flag and say that it's mine. You have this little Hindu guy come up and try to do the same. But we have a vested interest in this, and none of them have a in peace.
Timbuktu and of the laws that is. And because we can't come together with the ill repair that has been instituted within ourselves. So we got to repair that first. But from a Moorish Science Temple of America perspective, when we talk about reparations, one of the main tenets of the Moorish Science Temple of America is nationality. I want y'all to hear me close. Nationality. You may hear throughout the Moorish diaspora that nationality.
Okay, so there we go. What I was trying to show is is that we were there representing the Moorish Science Temple of America. In fact, I actually invited somebody out of his body that was unable to make it because they had other engagements. But listen, I actually invited a brother out of his body that I respect at that time, but was unable to make it. But now this is the point. This is the reason why I showed that. When I that weekend, I checked my inbox and let me show you what I find. After that, he says, Islam. He still want the picture of Morris L. Islam. We haven't heard you either about that picture of William Morris L. Or after you did your field trip up there. He's talking about DC. Oh, by the way, who was that particular one when a black fez up there talking about black power? And who is his national leader? He goes on to say, this is what he says. As we aren't supposed to be in the MBC, let me move this over here so you can see this. I need to blow this up. As we aren't supposed to be in the MBCA business. MBCA is Negro, Black, Colored, African Americans business. Excuse me. I always thought that was our people. I don't know. As we aren't supposed to be in the Negro, Black, Colored, Africans business and trying to amalgamate with their ideas, etc. As this also caused confusion, as there were many declaring why you were there talking they aren't black. Anyway, we have a long go to discover the truth about our holy and divine prophet intention, etc. But anyway, we haven't yet adopted, checking this out, we haven't yet adopted the Negro issue nor the Christian mind when the prophet tells us clearly the Negro issue is being solved as it is. And I said, well, I'm pushing forward, nor am I asking for permission to spread the teachings of Ali in America. I will only once for others to join me. I guess I'm going to say want. I will only want others once for others to join me. If they refuse, it's okay. But the world will hear the truth. Peace. That was the conversation. But now notice he's telling me not to be with the Negro, Black, and colors as he describes it. But look at the picture next to that. Look at the picture next to that, though. You feel me? Look at the picture next to him, though. But he got a problem with me, with Malik Zulu Shabazz, my brother Ishmael Bey. But look at him. I can't talk to my brothers, but look at him. But look at him. Look at the company he keeping. But you'll know why in a minute. He said, but we aren't mad at you. This is what he said. But we aren't mad at you as we just brought our ADAP class to an end. But listen, and you and that other brother was the topic of the hour. As the question becomes, do you really serve as your way you want? And only you will way you will. And yet you will lead you to easily grave, cause harm, and those whom you claim to love. But now check this out. He's still talking about me and Ishmael Bey in his ADAP class. Listen, but we aren't mad at you as we just brought our ADAP class to an end. And you and that other brother was the topic of the hour. Fam, let me stop for a minute. Let me explain something to y'all. Family, an ADAP class is a class where the sacred teachings are taught to the ministers, to the forthcoming ministers, to the forthcoming teachers. An ADAP class is not to discuss the gossip of the day. He discussed us in his ADAP meeting. At that meeting is to prepare the ministers. And at that meeting is to prepare the teachers. And at that meeting is to prepare those that is going out to uplift fallen humanity. He's talking about me and Ishmael Bey in DC for an hour. And this what I'm talking about. This guy is not leading nobody anywhere. He done wasted a whole hour talking about us uniting with our brothers that scream black power, uniting with our brothers that scream all the pride that they have in which they understand. Come on, man. Come on, man. And he's going to lead somebody where? And he's going to lead somebody where? Let's take a second. Let my brother Ishmael call in. Brother, you can call in, and I'll continue in a minute. He's going to lead somebody where? Come on, man. Let my brother Ish call in real quick, and then I'll carry on. You know what I mean? I got after Ish go, I got probably about 30 more minutes of good info. You know what I'm saying? A good info. Yeah, brother. But brother, Ya'el Allah, we cleaning house, brother. Noble Temple's in the building. We cleaning house, brother. We cleaning house. You know what I mean? Where's May? You say they're gonna lead him right to my temple. That's right, because we're gonna spend some money on the people. We're gonna uplift the people. So let me go before my brother Ish call in. Oh, there you go right there. Islam, brother.
How you doing today, family?
Hey, brother, I'm doing well. Now, you know, brother, I'm not even going to apologize to you, but I would not waste your day telling you about that madness. So I never even told you about that.
I appreciate that, man. That's really love, and you know that I stay busy as bad as you stay busy, and we really didn't have time for that. I just came back from New York, taking care of things, and, you know, I can log us right now, so we've been on the go, and we're going to stay busy. So I do appreciate you doing that, brother. Thank you so much. But I do want to definitely address it.
Come on, brother.
So first of all, I find it ironic that a brother would have an issue with us dealing with Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz when you have Attorney Shabazz setting up a stage in front of the White House, and nobody has ever been as bold and strong as we were on that day in dealing with the Donald Trump issue. There's not been the history of anybody sitting up in front of the White House and talking as boldly and making sure that we're putting things in action as what we did in Washington, D.C. The reason for the Black Feds is because laws were being executed at that time. We're dealing with laws that are being done on the United Nations level. We're dealing with the international attorneys right now. And as Moors, we are very diverse. The Moorish Science Temple and the Temple View, excellent. And you made it clear that you were representing the Moorish Science Temple as well as me representing Moors outside of the temple. And we invited Moors from various other schools of thought to assist us and to work along with us in conjunction with us. So we made sure that it was going to be a broad spectrum. I am not a temple member. You are a temple member. And both sides were represented in dealing with this United Nations issue as we execute these laws. So as we stay busy, brother, I want to commend you for the work that you do. And if anyone wants to spend their time in their adept chamber training or whatever, mentioning me, I want to, number one, thank you for the promotion, because your obsession with me, all it does is motivate me to continue doing the work for the people. My job is to serve the people. And the temples are my streets, and the streets are my temple. So that's where I work at. So I don't have to answer to any Negro who has hurt feelings. I never talked to the brother in my life. He's never talked to me in his life. I wish him nothing but the best. I wish well for him. But, you know, the nigger stuff really has to change. And he's Ispet. He's a very sick individual. You can tell by his ways and actions that he's an ill person. So what I'm going to say to the brother is, please, brother, continue to walk on your side of the street. And when you see me walk adjacent, you don't want problems like this. You don't know me. I don't know you. And I like to keep it that way. Keep my name out your mouth. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Indeed. Peace and love. Shout out to my brother Ishmael Bey. And And we about to get into it now. We about to turn it up. We about to we about to turn it up. Islam, brother. That was Ishmael Bey on the line. We're about to turn it up. If y'all ready to get it turned up, give me a thumbs up because we're about to turn it up. It's getting hot. Now I'm gonna read a couple more of these things from this brother that claimed to be a Supreme Grand Sheikh, and then I'm going to go into what I was telling you, the dirty side. Oh yeah, we going into the dirty side, family. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Come on in. Saadi, tell him Saadi. Where's Saadi at when I need him? Come on in. But okay, here we go, family. Let's go. Let me go and screen share this. So anyway, as we get into this round, as I said, he had a problem with that, but he don't have a problem with sitting around with a monk brother, Asiatic monk, or shaking hands with another Asiatic that's clearly not of the same phenotype as we see ourselves, but still our brothers the same. But I had no problem with none. I had no problem with Brother Malik Zulu Shabazz. That's my brother. I was standing on front line with him, and I had no problem with them. I'm going by Brother Malik first, though. That's just what it is. So this is what I tell him. We shall see. We should see what my 5 years do, because I told him I got a 5-year plan, and we're going to make something happen. We should see what my 5 years do in comparison to your 40. Your wisdom should be in tune with your age, and you should understand how a wise man moves. But I see you are not one to look beneath the rocky soil. All is well, time reveals. This is what I'm saying to him in response to that. We are building, I meant to say building a community, not just buying a building, because he said something about me buying a building. Something you elders should have thought of. The prophet left the blueprint, yet no one seems to know how to read it. This is what I tell him. This is what I'm telling him, right? This is what I'm telling him. You feel me? Hold up, one second. I'm trying to. So look, I said we are building a community, not just buying a building. Something you elders should have thought of, should have been thought of. The prophet left the blueprint, yet no one seems to know how to read it. I don't have time to go back and forth at the moment. I got real work to do, but my work will be proof of my understanding of our prophet. You see that? This is how I'm talking to this brother. This is how I'm talking to him. You know what I mean? I'm talking to him just like this. I want y'all to see it and see it clearly, because I don't want nobody accusing me of talking crazy. You know what I mean? Don't accuse me of talking crazy. Feel what I'm saying? I'm talking to him respectfully. He comes back. You shall become simply another quickly rising star, burn out just as quickly. And now I got a shorthand read this demonstration because he can't type too good. Where something being a few short years, probably not even a temple, more than likely talking bad about the MSTA. I don't know where he got in. And while our works sit in the great halls, this is why he like them pale skins and those light high yellow. While our works sit in the great halls of this European College of Higher Learning, and as we rah about you do even more greater things. I don't know where these great halls is. I don't have a clue what he's talking about, but he is bragging about being sitting next to some Europeans. I do know that much. He said, while I'm talking, and let me try to break this gibberish up. He said, while I'm talking about work, his is sitting at the hall, some great halls. I don't know what he's talking about, but at some great halls with some Europeans. They say, but he called his own brothers Negro, black, and colored because I want to try to build something with my people. Then he goes on, oh, by the way, our Moorish history include foreign imams. foreign imams. He got a thing for these foreigner imams. When the Prophet Noble Ali brought us Islamism, everything we need to save a nation. But he said, his Moorish history. How can a foreign imam teach me about some Moorish history? If they not a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, they not a Grand Sheikh. The Prophet created Grand Sheikhs for that. And he taught them and instructed them in the ways of how to teach the people, uplift fallen humanity. Yet, this brother say their Moorish history include foreign imams. They need imams. They don't need no sheiks. They need imams. They don't need no divine ministers. They need imams. I'm a Moorish American. My teacher was a sheik. My teachers are sheiks. I can learn from an imam, but my teachers in my Moorish history class were sheiks. He said, sheikhs, whatever, sent us to their schools over the east and to come back as an imam. So he's saying that he sent some of his people to their schools to come back imams. When clearly on the back of the plant, when clearly on back of the one-on-ones, it say to anoint, appoint, and consecrate. Appoint sheiks. Appoint sheiks. Now, let me tell y'all something. Hold up 1 second. Maybe y'all don't understand the Moorish Science Temple of America as well as some other people. One thing about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali did. Yeah, you can say imam. It's not the same thing. We go by sheikh over here because sheikh is indicative of the teachers of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And sheikh describes a teacher from the Moorish Science Temple of America. Of course, they may mean the same thing, but not to a Moorish American. A Moorish American is to be instructed into the ways of our Prophet Ali by a sheikh. Any other name is foreign. Any other name is foreign. Yes, they mean the same, but in the context of the Moorish Science Temple of America, it's a sheikh or a divine minister, not an imam and not a sheikh. And this is why on this document right here, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, study it. Study it. Because you'll see that on this document that the Prophet appoints sheikhs. And he does that for a reason. So when this foolishness comes up, we know how to separate it. We know how to separate it. When I see a sheikh, nah, I need to see sheikh. I need to see sheikh. That's right. Because that's what the Prophet left to us. Now, so I'm going to leave it at that. But let's get to it. Let's get back to it. So, fam, let me calm down. I got to pick up the pace, family. I got a lot to go. I got a lot more to go. Let me see if I can skip some of that. Now, let me see if I can skip some of this because I got a lot more to go. Okay, let's start right here. So he sent me a text. I don't know what this text was all about, but he sent me a text. Let me go up some first. The East. Okay. He said, now you simply lean to your own understanding. Let me read this real quick. You simply lean to your own understanding and mess everything else up. Wow. Well, coffee time. See how crazy this guy is? Well, coffee time is over. See you a new day. Peace. I say, I would not lean to your understanding. Your 40 years is evidence to me of what you really know. Words are weak. So I'm telling the brother, yeah. I'm telling the brother, his 40 years. Now, I never brought this into the public. This brother came and attacked me. I said, your 40 years are evidence. Your accomplishments, watch what I tell him now. Your accomplishment impress you and those who fall under your influence. But other Moorish Americans and Asiatics alike are not impressed. Or inspired. You do not want to go word for word with me. I know a little more than what you think I do. And I will move with a plan that the pretended wise won't see. You feel me? This is I'm trying to warn him right here. I'm trying to warn him, but he won't heed the warning. He won't heed the warning. So then he goes, and you see, I said won't see. And now he says, and this is the continuation. He said, well, wow, let us hear what you think. You know, wow, as we know your leader and your buddy, Sharif, he throws Sharif in the mix. And then some, wow, come on with it. You got it. Let's see how much truth you think you know. We fear no man, woman, child, beast, or machine. Come on down. Well, Saadi, I'm coming on down, brother. You see this guy? Listen to this brother. Listen to this brother here. This brother is, you see this? You see this? Listen to this brother. He said, your leader, your buddy Sharif. And then, wow, come on with it. Look at the tough guy. Look at the tough guy. That's right. As the Moorish world turns. So, I'm going to leave that alone. But this was recent as today. Wow. This is what he says with Noble Drew Ali in the background of him. This is what he throws my inbox today. Family, how can this brother be a Moorish leader? This is a madman. This is a madman. Listen, wow. And punks and like you cannot touch us. Boom. There it is again. Boom. This is a madman. Who is going to follow this guy? Anybody who follow this guy need to be, hey, this is a madman. And got Prophet Noble Drew Ali in a silhouette behind him. This guy's a madman. Now, right here, this brother here, this is the reason why I've told y'all before that the brother was on the watch list. And one of the reasons that he's on the watch list, with this government is for the simple thing that you see right here. When you look down here, that's the highlighted part. He said you must proclaim your nationality via the state nation, which has vested in power and authority and qualified to confer said individuals their nationality. To confer means grant or bestow, etc., etc. Family, let me tell you something, family. This brother saying that he can confer nationality, basically what he's saying is that he can give you a nationality. He's saying that he can give you a nationality. No man can give you a nationality. You proclaim your nationality. And you proclaim your nationality within the construct of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And by that proclamation is confirmation when you live up to the laws of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Period, point blank. Now, as I said before in another show, you can be a Moorish American if you want to, but it has no saving power if you're not under the rules and the regulations, if you will, that's taught by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Or, I don't want to use that word, rules and regulation. If it's not under the holy and divine teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, it has no saving power. It has no saving power. But no one can confer. This is what C. Cannon Bay says, that he confers nationality. This is what them weird groups be saying, that they're going to give you a nationality. Nobody can give you a nationality. Nobody can do that. And so when you look, when people do that, what they're doing is they are trying to control the narrative. Because if you think somebody can give you something like a nationality, then you're going to give everything from your bank account. You see? So as I said, my understanding, to be a true Moorish American, you have to be under the laws of the holy and divine prophet Noble Drew Ali. But you call yourself Moorish American, it loses its saving power without the laws of the prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's just what it is. Let's go. Let's get into it. So now, so you know he throws the brother Sharif in the conversation. So since he wants to throw the brother Sharif in the conversation, let's talk about first, before we get down, about this plagiarized book. The University of the Moorish Science Temple of America payments. This is our investigation here, family. This is this book right here. As you had it set up, I'm working into something. I'm walking into something. Walk with me. As you had it set up, all of the instructors of your university, of the MSTA, University of the MSTA, would get paid directly from the students that registered for their classes. At the time, there were only 4 instructors, including me. All right? At the time, there were 4 instructors, including me. I taught the Moorish jurisprudence class. Y'all know who he talking about? Let me stop and see if anybody know who he talking about. Let me do it. Anybody know who he talking about? He taught the Moorish jurisprudence class. Anybody know? Let's see if anybody say something. Who taught the Moorish jurisprudence class for Saadi L? Huh? Who did it? Let's see if anybody know. Anybody know? All right, let's see. I'm going to show you who did. The Moorish jurisprudence class. Y'all know who did it. Brother Sharif Aniel Bey. Brother Sharif Aniel Bey. So guess what? Let's talk about, since he want to bring up Sharif Bey, since he want to bring up Brother Sharif, let's talk about Brother Sharif. If he don't mind, we're going to talk about Brother Sharif, since he want to bring up Sharif Aniel Bey. Okay. So, let's get back to it. So, here we go. I taught the Moorish jurisprudence class naturally. When you saw that I had a large amount of members signing up for my class, you changed the name of the class to Islamic jurisprudence and set the class time during the time of my class. This is one of his teachers that he's competing with to try to, you'll read, regardless, many of the members to take full advantage had one family member register for your class and one for my class, so that they would get the benefit of my class while not angering you. At any rate, I was the only instructor that did not get paid directly, but you diverted my course payments to you and deducted a whopping 87%. You see? 52 I received from $400. And had the nerve to send me a receipt showing the thievery. Actually, you stated that the deduction will go towards my dues. Huh? And wait, I know you aren't trying to say I was selling your book, Controversial Years, to the people without giving you money. The lies abound. But since you bring it up, did you ever give Bro R. Edwards L. any money for the book, since you plagiarized the core of it from him and gave him no credit? We won't even talk about Moorish Jurisprudence 3 video, revenues that by our own written agreement were to be split with me and never were. He been robbing for years. But when we talk about Moorish, the controversial years, these are the three that actually wrote the plagiarized, the one that they. This is the book here. This is where he stole all his stuff from. The Maccabean file. This one here. He stole it from there. And he put it in here. Right? These are the researchers right here. You see? These are the researchers right here. You feel me? These are the people right here. Not me. Not me. They're my brothers. Those my elders, not me. Those, but guess what though? The thing about it is, not that yet. The thing about it is, family, let me show you something. Let me show you something. The thing about it is, family, watch this. You know the ill thing about it is this. I'm gonna try to share this with you real quick. Family, the thing about this is this. Let me do this real quick. The thing about it is you can get it free online. Like you can look at the Maccabean files free online. You know what I mean? That's one thing for sure. Right here. I'm about to put the link in there. So you don't have to buy his book. You don't have to buy his book. You don't have to buy his book. You can get it free online. That's how he jacked it. That's how he jacked it. Now I don't know if this link worked, but what I'll do is I'm gonna share the link in the chat. But if the link don't work, then what I will do is I will definitely put it in the comment section. But this is the link right here. I don't know if it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But what I'll do is that's the link right there. But what I'll do is I'll put it in the comment section after I'm finished the video. But now, family, we have a new version. This is the Maccabean files on steroids. Now, I have, you see, it's out now. It's called the Apologetics. You see, I have it on steroids. This is the true history of the Moorish Science Temple of America documented. Documented. All sorts of letters. You see that? All sorts of stuff in here. This is why Saadi jacked it. He jacked a lot of the research and tried to type what he could. You know what I'm saying? Try to type what he could. This is it right here. Nobody got research like this. Nobody. You know what I mean? Nobody. Nationality cards from the beginning. Old dues paying cards. You know what I mean? Old dues paying cards. You see that? Some of these pages I'm showing you, you can find in that link. You see? This is why I am so confident in the Moorish Science Temple of America teachings that I teach. This is why I'm so confident. I have brothers that have done research before me who showed us that I'm on right now. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I have brothers that do research before me who showed us that I stand on right now. You see? Yeah. See, these brothers, you ain't gonna see them all the time. You ain't gonna see them all the time. You follow me? You ain't gonna see them all the time. So let's move on. I'm gonna put a link in here on how to get a copy. So now, family, let's get on to the next one and chop it up. Y'all ready? Since he wanted to talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. Now, pay attention.
Fear the prophet.
Hold on, here we go. We're gonna talk about it.
Now, the preaching of America.
102 course. And the 102 course is set up for all new members. It is required. It is a prerequisite for all new members to take up the 102 course and in learning about what it is to be a member, nationality. How does one define, being a Moorish American, the history of the prophet? Just like anyone that comes to the United States of America and want to take up citizenship, prior to them standing up and raising their right hand and taking that oath. And MSTA is the functionally private, is a private online school that teaches the faith of Islam, the history of nationality, and basically everything that is in connection to one learning a full measure of what it is to be a Moorish American Muslim.
Y'all see? Everything that this sister say in this video are freely taught in a respected Moorish Science Temple of America. And I made a typo, but don't worry about it. Regardless is a typo. Regardless. I said it like I'm in the hood. You see what I'm saying? I said it like I'm in the hood, regardless. You know what I mean? Hakeem Bey used to catch me on this stuff. I don't know what happened. Raphael used to help me out on these typos. I don't know what happened. But let me do it one more time. You see, this is what she said.
Being a Moorish American, the history of the prophet. Just like anyone that comes to the United States of America and want to take up citizenship, prior to them standing up and raising their right hand to course, and then learn is required. It is a prerequisite.
This is what I want you to hear. I want you to catch this. She says that it's required and a prerequisite, meaning to join them, you got to pay, buddy. Listen.
It is a prerequisite for all new members to take up the 102 course and in learning about what it is to be a member, nationality. How does one define, being a member?
They saying that it's a prerequisite, it's a requirement to learn about nationality. You have to pay to learn. That's what they telling you. And people paying.
American, the history of the prophet. Just like anyone that comes to the United States of America and want to take up citizenship, prior to them standing up and raising their right hand and taking that oath.
They're going to compare it. Man, that's it, man. I'm done with this. They saying that it's a prerequisite. It's a requirement when you join them. But look at the requirement, though. The requirement is you're going to dig in your pocket. That's the requirement. It's a $375 requirement fee. It's required. Y'all know it's required. Family, it's required. It's required. So if you join them off the break, you're going to pay your dues and you're going to pay this $375. One way or the other.
Learning about what it is to be a member, nationality. How does one define, being a Moorish American, the history of the prophet?
So that's enough with that. But let me tell you something. Let me give you this real quick, family. So let me tell you something. Let me tell you how this brother began his journey. All right? Y'all ready? Let me tell you how this brother began his journey. Y'all ready? Y'all see that? Let me tell you how this brother began his journey. All right. This is how this brother began his journey. I got my researchers on deck. Okay? Now, let's get it. You stop this real quick. I got my researchers on deck. So first of all, family, let me give it to you like this. First of all, this brother, when he leaves Chicago, there's a story that this brother leaves Chicago for some indiscretions in a gang. That's a story. I don't know. I told you this as the Moorish world turns. Anyway, when he gets to California, he's living in this hotel, right? And as he's living in this hotel, this is one of them hotels that they have for indigent people, meaning you have no money. So as he's living in this hotel, right, he's also getting high. Let's be clear. He's also getting high. He's getting high. He's getting high as a helium balloon. So he got some drug issues, right? This back in the day. I'm going to bring y'all up to speed. Yeah, indigent. Raphael, don't be correcting me. Indigent. But look, he's high as a helium balloon. So he actually sells his blood. Brother, I will bring him on the show, and I will bring the researcher on here, and we can debate it if he wants to. He's actually selling blood to get high. So a few times, the researcher calls him, and he's talking with him on the phone, and he would hear people at the door. And he could hear them talking about drawing his blood. So he was questioned. And he said what it was. Right? But it always was after he was drinking that water. He's drinking that water, that sauce. We call it in Baltimore sauce. He was a sauce head, like that drink. And he liked prostitutes. Y'all gonna know why this makes sense in a minute. He liked prostitutes. In actuality, I don't want to put a lot of the stuff out there because a lot of stuff is so personal. I don't want to put a lot of the stuff out there, but he ended up getting a prostitute European pregnant. He ended up getting a European prostitute pregnant. But during this time, he was a member of the temple. Everybody make mistakes. It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. The point is, why is this brother coming at people so hard when his errors has not been mended? And it shows how he demonstrates. So, he also he created this paperwork for a charitable trust, right? He creates this paperwork for a charitable trust. And now I can name names, you know what I mean? He got Brother Robinson L to open a bank account. Don't make me do it to you. But anyway, this is when he first began to get investigated by the FBI because they opened a trust account like the Taj Tariqites them do. They start talking about this trust. You know what I mean? Says it's Saadi El Mama European. So they opened up this trust. He never used the paperwork himself, but he let others do it. He tried to use my brother Sharif as a guinea pig. Yes. But then he want them to bring the money back. This is where the pimp come in. You know what I mean? This is where the pimp type mentality come in. Trying to get somebody to do something, and then he get the benefit. Real talk. So I'm just giving you a little bit background. You know what I mean? One of the most, let me give you a screen share real quick. One of the most, and I'm gonna share this one with you. One of the most disheartening things that I have discovered. One of the most disheartening things that I have discovered, and I'm about to share it with you in a second. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. One of the most disheartening things that I discovered about this guy. Copy. I'm about to share it with you in a second. All right. Peace. I just need to bring it up real quick. All right. 28. I'm on 28. Don't make me lose my space. One of the most disheartening things about this guy is this. So as you can see, this brother here, as I spoke about at the beginning of the show, is I'm about to screen share it in a second. Is copy. I'm about to screen share it in a second. I'm throwing it together as I'm talking to you. I'm freestyling it right now as I'm talking to you before I get into the next thing. All right. So one of the things, let me close this out and let me screen share it. One of the most disheartening things about this guy is how he began to call himself a Supreme Grand Sheikh. Remember in the beginning of the show, I said from P. Davis L, the next one was in 2003, was the brother Waleed, right? And that's the brother Waleed. But so Rael, shrewd Rael, come up with this plan and agree for Waleed to be the top guy for Grand Temple #1, right? He comes up with this plan for Waleed to be Supreme Grand Sheikh, and with him being Grand Temple #2. That's how Grand Temple #2 and make this is why people don't figure this stuff out. So he's Grand Temple #2. Waleed's wife at the time was paraplegic, and the assistance he was getting for her was also being shared with Rod L, meaning that she got a disability check. And Waleed would help support Rael. Bought him a car, kept the finance flowing, gave him money, fixed the furnace in his house. They kept overdrafting the bank account. Waleed set up personal expenses. When Waleed's wife passed away, the money stopped. This is just to show how shrewd this guy is, claiming to be a Moorish American leader. When Waleed passed away, the money stopped. Then he started to ostracize Waleed. He actually, in actuality, he created this position of a Supreme Grand Sheikh. That was the plan, to put Waleed out front. And I see now that people still do that. They'll let some people go out front just to see how people react. And then they may come back on the back end. And then they might come back on the back end. That happens now. But now let's get to this real quick. Not only was Rael shrewd enough to create this fake demonstration, he also likes to try to court the same one that stood in the defense of his foolish gospel. He liked to steal people or try to get people women. It's that pimp degree. So we got a bullet point that says cis ISIS. Everyone knows this incident well. So much needs to be said. To restate a few facts, though. I brought her to the movement. This is Brother Sharif. I brought her to the movement via Temple #5. We were courting with the intent to marry. You, through me, got to give you a $1,500 ministry fund check. I ended the courtship. Ra got the sister to give him $1,500. Sharif Bey ended the courtship. She complained about me ending the courtship to you. Personal witnesses that I got marked out for now. And the very next day, you tell that sister, Isis stayed overnight. The next day, Isis stays overnight. And that you and her would be getting married. Oh, yes, the mentally disabled sister was still there as well. Isis told her to leave. He was involved with some kind of way, some sort of relationship with a disabled sister, so he can also get her Social Security check. Then you later held a secret marriage to the sister, telling the brother and others, don't tell Brother Sharif, as he might leave the temple. For months after she would send me text messages, but allegedly tell you that I was sending her anonymous messages. This continued until I sent the text messages, and she was sending me. I sent the text message. In other words, Brother Sharif sent the text message to the brother, and he showed it to Saadi. You then approached the sister to ask her why she felt the need to continue to contact me when I have reduced him to nothing in this movement, as you put it. Well, if Brother Sharif reduced him to nothing, I mean he's going to be obliterated after this one. As you put it, it doesn't take rocket scientists to figure out the real reason why I was booted out the temple. It doesn't take rocket scientists to figure out why I was booted out the temple. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Family, this is not nothing new. Family, this is not nothing new. You have sisters in this movement that will seek brothers after power. They might see somebody who's influential. In other words, Brother Sharif was the jurisprudence guy. He was the man. He continues to be the man. When it comes to that jurisprudence, nobody could touch him then, nobody could touch him now. But now check this out. She, excuse my expression, family, but as the young people say, she was thotting. I'm sorry. I gotta keep it 100. She was thotting. I got you. Man, my apology is I'm wrong. The sister was thotting, and we got that today. We got that today. Trying to go after brothers because he's influential. I'm telling you, if you come after me, I'm telling you, don't make me do a show. Anybody come at me, I'm doing a show. We gonna add out. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. But then when she found out that he was with, but when she found out that he was with Saadi, now she want to go straight to the top. Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, sisters. I'm telling you, this is that thotting that them young people talk about. It's that thotting stuff. And so, there you have it. So now, guess what, though? Guess what, though? Guess what, though? As recently, they still talking about Brother Sharif to this day. As recently as a month ago, Sharif stay in both of their mouth. And I know this for a fact. He stays in both of their mouth. Now, I mean, I know this for a fact. Y'all just seen it in the text in the back chat. But let's stop for a minute. As my brother Raphael say, pause for a minute. What type of supreme grand sheik? What type of spiritual leader? What sort of spiritual leader? Let me tell you something. Let's go. Hold up. Let me bring this up one more time, because this is some weird stuff here. What sort of spiritual leader? Who follows a guy? Who follows a guy that would do something like this? What sort of spiritual leader moves like this? This is supposed to be a spiritual leader, but this is why he's not a sheik and he's a sheikh. I'm shaking the tree. I'm shaking the tree tonight. I'm shaking the tree tonight. And so this is why you see the sister right here trying to give the soft voice, because now you didn't.
Moorish American, the history of the prophet. Just like anyone that comes.
See, now she's selling the ideal under a sweet, feminine tone. Y'all know, y'all, what's this? What's this? What's this? She's selling the message under a sweet, feminine tone. So what did he do?
Comes to the United States of America and want to take up citizenship, prior to them standing up and raising their right hand and taking that oath. And mitzvah is the functionally private, is a private.
See what I'm saying? So that's how the pimp game go. Come on, man. Come on, sis. Come on, brothers. That's how it go. You put her out front. You put her out front so she can sell it. So she can sell it. The pimp game ain't changed. A pimp is a pimp. A pimp is a pimp. So what he did was he some kind of way influenced her that he is the God of this universe or her universe. Get $1,500, and since then he has used her to manufacture the ideal that he is legit. So when you go to the fancy website, Moorish Temple of America 1928, when you go to the fancy website, when you look at the fancy video editing, when you look at the soft feminine voice, when you look at the exotic pictures, and when I'm talking about exotic, I'm talking about with the cultural overtone of foreigners. Come on, man. But now check this out. I know why she's so frustrated. She came at me. She came at me on my page for nothing. For nothing at all. Only because I taught ye are God. She went crazy on my page about that. But I know why she's frustrated. Because the same reason that is former, they said the thing don't work right. So hey, you know why she's frustrated. You know why she's frustrated. She made a mistake. Sister, you made a mistake. It's too late for Brother Sharif, but there's another one out there. You made a mistake. He's not who he was cracked up to be. You made a mistake, sis. All of them in 2010, whatever it was, he was never a Supreme Grand Sheik. He made a mistake, sis. And you made a mistake believing him. Sis, get out. Get out of that sunken space. Come on, man. Sis, you know doggone well you got at least 10, 15 more good years in you, and you're gonna lay next to this crazy, nasty man. Huh? Now this is the dirty side. You're gonna lay next to this guy. Let me show you something. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna lay next to this guy. Yeah, you're gonna lay next to this. This is what you're gonna do. You're really gonna do this. And you're gonna think it's right. You're gonna think it's right. You're gonna make it right. Hey, sis, you're gonna lay next to this and you're gonna make that right. You're gonna make this right. Look at that belly. You're gonna lay next to this. Yes, indeed. Yeah, this the dirty side. Excuse me, family. This the Huckabee. This the Huckabee. This the dirty side. I told y'all this the dirty side. I know you watching Brother Sharif in them videos in the bathroom. You in the bathroom like looking at Brother Sharif kick that bag like, and you seen that little video clip. You know what I mean? And he in the movies, and you looking, and you sitting up there like you looking all around, Brother Sharif, he kicking the bag, chopping and all that. You know what I mean? Sharif going crazy. You know what I mean? He kicking the bag, he training people, and you sitting up here like this. And then you look over at him. He's sitting over there, belly sitting like that. Belly sitting like that. You know what I mean? That joke like that. You made a mistake. You made a mistake, sister. Recover. Get it together. That belly sitting like stop for long. that thing sitting like that. And brother, and you like looking at Brother Sharif. He kicking bags. He doing windmill kicks, spin kicks. He chopping. And you like it. You like it. Yeah, he like it. he got baby up in him belly. He got baby up in him. And you, sister, you made a mistake. Since you got about 10, 15 good years. Get on up, get away from there. Listen, just get on waiting there. Get on waiting there. Let me get one of them old videos, Brother Sharif. Let me see. I'm gonna find. Hey, stand by. Let me show you what she looking at. Let me show you what she looking at real quick. Let me show you. Let me show you what she looking at. I know what she looking at. I know what she looking at. Watch that. I know what she looking at right here. I'm gonna show you what she looking at. She going crazy watching Brother Sharif. Sharif driving her crazy. Watch. I'm telling you, Sharif driving her crazy. Watch it. Tell you what she doing. Sharif is driving her nuts. Right here. Is school doing good? Watch it. Watch this. Sharif driving her crazy. Right here.
Peace and Black Power. We here.
Look.
It's the good people.
There you go.
They realize that, wow, if I could do that to somebody that's tired or whatever,
look,
and then be
he's
like,
successful.
Feel like teaching.
Then what she watching?
Man, I get in here and I'll tell myself, I'm gonna take it easy. 5 minutes into it,
look,
I'm just
look at this. What she watching?
That.
Watch it. Look at her. Look at her watching. Look at Brother Sharif. Look, he training. He training the people. You know what I mean? See, look at her. That's what she looking at. She looking at his forearm. She looking at his forearm. That's what she doing. I'm trying to tell you. Look. She like all them people. Hold up. And look, let me tell you how crazy these people probably be. Look, there you go. Hold up. He teaching. This is what she looking at. She going crazy. All she see is that belly. But this is what she looking at though. Look, watch it. I'm trying to tell you. Let me finish real quick. I got finished.
Knees, get through the knees, okay? Face each other. Ready? Okay. Go.
Look.
Nice. That's a good technique. Good job. Yep.
Sharif ain't thinking about her. Nice. All right, Brother Sharif. Look.
Hands and feet, people.
Hands and feet, people.
Stop.
And she thinking about him jelly and belly. Jelly donuts and belly. Hands and feet, people. Hands and feet, people. And she thinking like, man, this guy drink one more cup of coffee and these jelly donuts. Just one more. There's one more cup of coffee and these jelly donuts. You know what I mean? So family, listen. Let me ask y'all a question. Listen. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to do one more demonstration real quick. And I'm going to sign off. And I might say the rest for part 3. I need a vote first. Because I need a vote Y'all want to do it? Hold up. Let me get this right. Let me get this right. Let me get this right. Get this right real quick. All right. So, family, let me tell you that Brother Sharif, he said, no part 3, he did. Y'all want a part 3? Yeah. Hey, we got more ones. 1 for part 3. 2, let the dead bury the dead. Let it go. Let it go. I got one said let it go. Let the dead bury the dead. Let it go. I mean, listen, I got more stuff. I can go on and on. I can go on and on. Game over. No more. They said no more. Let it. Yeah. F. Torches May said 3. He dead stinking. He dead stinking. So I tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let him try to come back. Let's let him try to come back with something, even though nobody's paying attention to him. If he try to come back with something, then I will address it. But let me do this. Let me share one more thing with you. So here we go about forged documents. Okay? Here we go about forged documents. And I got a cold tonight, but you're getting him. So here go the dubious leadership credentials that I was telling you about. The root of your entire claim hangs upon a forged document. A letter addressed to you from the late P. Davis L. A letter you wrote. Naturally, when you turned in your warrant of authority to that body, you relinquish any position of authority you had with that body. Y'all need to understand this. He turned in his warrant of authority, which I showed that letter. Matter of fact, I'll go back to the letter real quick. I'll go back to the letter for you. Right here. We received your warrant of authority on Friday, September 20, 1996. You know what I mean? He turned in his warrant of authority. You know what I'm saying? He turned it in. So, naturally, when you turn in a warrant of authority to a body, you relinquish any position of authority you had with that body, which is why you felt the need to forge that letter. A letter that actually makes no sense logically. A lie at least has to make some sense to be believable. And further, has all your personal writing style all over it. And we know your writing style too well. Anybody that's seen these things and you see all the typos, we know his style. Since we spent years editing, spell checking your work, and detecting all of your aliases over the years. Y'all see this? Then more recently, you forged another letter with P. Davis L. name on it. Let me get it for you. You forged another letter with P. Davis L. name on it. Using elements from the first forgery, you committed the elements from the real letter from P. Davis L. addressed to the late bro Waleed Naeem Bey. And you call yourself a moral leader. We have copies of the original letters and are, of course, willing to present a compelling argument in favor of the statement. You have also claimed authority via late bro G. Cook Bey, a man who passed form under the leadership of bro R. Love L. and his grand body, yet was removed in 1930 from the grand body that you later become a member of. You know all the arguments to claim very well. has formulated many parts of it via our arguments with others on your behalf. In other words, Brother Sharif said that he formulated a lot of the arguments on the behalf of Rasadiel according to his understanding at that time. And I'm going to tell you, Brother Sharif has said many times, he has said many times when he started talking about the jurisprudence that, back then, he did a lot of things as it relates to the jurisprudence of the Taj Tariq persuasion, if you will, or CM Bay, if you will, whatever you choose to call it, the civics, if you will, whatever you choose to call it. But he has always told the people flat out that, nah, I ain't with that. That was then. I was in error. I thought it was correct. It was working sometimes, but no, I know that's not what the Moorish Science Temple of America is all about. The same thing in rolling with Rasadiel back then. Young brother, like, yeah, I thought, hey, we was doing the right thing. We thought this was the brother told me. Man, we thought this was it. We thought this was the Moorish movement. But as you see, he found out it wasn't a Moorish movement, and he moved on. And so everybody that's under the sound of that brother who has good common sense, whether you like me or not, it's about time for you to move on too. It's about time for you to move on too. With that, family, I don't want to take up too much more of your time because I didn't want this video to be this long. I want people to go and check it out, enjoy it. And that's just what it is. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And now we move on to some bigger and better things, like trying to get my brother Lasana Tunica L back, try to get the Ali's men back. I would like to even get my brother Grimion L, my brother Way L back to teach some things. But with that being this will be a dead issue unless he come back slick, and then I will come back a little bit more. But family, that whole outfit isn't right. That whole entire outfit is not right. You got embezzlement of faith. You got embezzlement of funds. You got trickery. You got coveting members' intended wife. You got all types of stuff, family. MSTA1928. Everybody, stand clear. Yeah, we're going to get Jose Pimentel Bay on real soon. I got to give him a call. Stand clear. Stand clear. All right? Neil Bay don't want to come on the show. Neil Bay, I don't know. I think Neil Bay shook. But anyway, stand clear of MSTA1928. Whenever you hear Rasadiel's name, stand clear. Let me, you want, let me see. I got to look at my records. Let me see. Let me look at my records real quick. Let me look at my records. They want to know who he is. All right, family. All right, listen. Okay, hold on. Gregory. Now, Gregory Swanigan. Then you better stop your foolishness. All right? Nobody cares about your boom. He be saying boom like he's still busting shots. Boom and boom. Hey, man, go ahead with that. Gregory Swanigan, I need you to stop. Okay? I know you call yourself Rasadiel, and I know you wear the string around your turbans to be unique. But Gregory, come out here and talk to me. I need you to stop. Okay? I need you to stop disrespecting the sisters. I need you to stop disrespecting the brothers. Okay, Gregory? You're too old for this stuff, Gregory. So, Gregory Swanigan, let this be a warning to you. Let this be a warning to all others who address me and confront me and really not ready. Let Gregory be the warning. Okay? Now take your behind the bed, Gregory. Peace and love, family. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm out. Now take your butt to bed, Gregory.